Okay, so our first lesson we will be doing is we are going to be learning how to add basic shapes to our obbies. So, of course, if you do not have your Explorer window open, here's what you need to do. Um, right here in the midst menu, in this menu, there is a menu called View. The View menu. So go ahead and click that. Now, if you don't have your Explorer window on the right-hand side, click Explorer and Properties. Now, if you do have your Explorer window open, the only way you know how is if you see two gray blocks that are right here. If there are two gray blocks, do not click it. Because if you do, then it will disappear and you won't see it. So make sure both of those are open. So let me show it to you one more time. If you're here in the home menu, go over to View, you click this, and you click on Explorer and Properties. If these are grayed out, if you see two gray squares, do not click them because they're already open. And afterwards, once you have your Explorer and your properties open, you are going to open your workspace. Now watch what I do. There is an arrow that points to the workspace. That means that there is more than one certain object that's inside here. So you're going to click on the side where you see the workspace. You're going to click that, and there are three things in there. There's a camera, a terrain, and a base plate. You are only going to delete the base plate, and there's a couple of ways to do this. The first way to do it is basically if you select the base plate and just click it only one time, no double clicking. If you only click it once, it highlights it. Now what you're going to do is you are going to right click on the base plate, and what you're going to do is you're going to delete it. Right click and delete the base plate. Now there's another way you can do it is by you can select the base plate and you can delete it. Delete it using the delete keyboard button. So go ahead and delete it. Look what I'm going to do. I need y'all to watch what I do. Do not get distracted. Here's what I can do. Now, there's two ways of doing this. We're going to create a spawn point. So what you can do is right click on workspace, right click, and it should bring you up a menu. Now there is a part, do not click this. Don't click this right here. Only click insert object. Insert object. Once you click that, what you're going to do is you're going to add a spawn location. There's two ways of finding the spawn location. You can type it in the search bar, or you can select it because it's already shown on frequently used right here. Now, once you have selected it, it should be in your view. Now, if it doesn't appear in your view, then I'll help you out with that. But there's also another way you can add spawn location. You can select workspace, and you can click on this white circle. Once you have clicked on this white circle with the plus sign, select spawn location. And it should be right here. Here's what we're going to do. In your Explorer, go ahead and select spawn location, only click it once. Then, if you hold down or actually press the F key, it allows you to find your object instantly. It allows you to find your object instantly. Now there are other controls that allows you to move within your screen too. So watch what I'm doing and listen up because this is very, very important. No, I'm not doing this on a Mac. I'm doing this on PC. Now, if I click in where I have my scene here, anywhere in this scene, I can move my camera using the WASD keys. Left is A, right is D, W goes forward, S goes back. And yes, the arrow keys work too. The arrow keys work the same thing as WASD keys. Now, I can also zoom in and out. If you have a mouse like I do, if you only have a mouse, if you scroll using your middle mouse button, you can zoom in and out instantly. Now, the way you can move your camera in a 360 degree, holding down the right mouse button, not the left, the right mouse button, and you can maneuver your camera as so. Now, also, you can use the Q and the E keys to lower and raise your camera too. The Q and the E keys. Q and E allows you to move your camera up and down. Now, everybody is now asking, can we basically test our spawn locations? E and Q. So for everybody else who has made their spawn locations, there is in the home menu, home, click home. Click home only once, because if you do it twice, it's going to disappear. You're going to click the play button. The play button or the F5 key allows you to play test your game. So let me go ahead and play test it. And you should see your model on your spawn location. Now, if you're still playing the game and you're wondering how do you stop, let me show you. If you see right here, no, I don't want this open. there is a stop button right here. It's in the test menu. This red square, there should be only a glowing red square where you can stop the game, either here or right here. This is how you stop it. So go ahead and stop your game. All right. We're now going to add shapes to our scene. What this is going to do is we are now going to start doing levels. So we are going to start creating basic shapes. We are only going to use one shape at a time, just one shape. The only shape that we're going to be needing is basically a block. We're only going to work with blocks for now. There is a blue box right here, a blue box. Go ahead and click it. And you should see a couple of things. You should only see in your workspace that there is a part, just one part. Exactly, it spawned a brick, a block basically. Now, in your workspace, go ahead and just select the part. Actually, double click it because we're going to rename it. Rename your part to block. Rename it. There's two ways you can do it. You can double click it, double click the part, or right click and just select rename and just type in block. Okay? Do that right now. So I'll show you how you can move it. You can move it using the move tool. The move tool allows you to move your block any way you want. You can move your block sideways, forward and back, up and down. So everybody needs to move their block away from their spawn point. If your block is on top of your spawn point like this, move it away using only the arrows. Do not drag the block. Only use the arrows to move it. Next, what we're going to be doing is we're going to scale out the objects. So you are going to use the scale tool. Not the move tool, not the rotate tool, only the scale tool. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to make your shapes bigger by dragging the blue spears. Drag the blue spears. And that makes it longer. The red spears also makes the block longer too, if you drag them. Do not drag the block, only the spears. The green spears make it bigger like this. Make it more higher. So for everybody, I want you to make your block look like this. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Just make your block look like this right here. So go ahead and make your block look like this. we're going to learn how to rotate our blocks. So the way you can rotate is only this loop with a dot in the middle. The loop with a dot in the middle, that's how you rotate. Use the rotate tool. So what you're going to do is to rotate your blocks is simple. Just drag your shape using the spear. You can drag it and you can rotate like this, and like this. You can do it any way that you want to. And if you mess up, if anybody messes up, Control Z. Okay? Control Z allows you to undo anything that you have done. So one more time, I'm going to go over what the controls are. Move, the move tool allows you to move your block. The scale tool, the square with the arrow, this right here, allows you to make your shapes bigger. The rotate allows you to rotate your shapes. So for right now, I want everybody to get comfortable using the rotation tool. So go ahead and practice the rotate tool for right now. And once you have done that, we're going to test the game to see if everything works in our favor. Okay, so for everybody, play the game right now. I need you to play the game so we can see what we've done. Remember, this are the F5 keyboard button. And as you can see, my shape is gone. I do not have my shape here. So watch what happens. My shape is here, but it falls through and it doesn't appear anymore. So everybody stop your game. Stop your game now and watch what I'm going to do. With your block selected, if you use the select tool and select your block, right here, there's something called anchor. Anchor. Click that only one time. Click that one time and play the game again. And you should see your block float in your view. Okay, so one more time, I'm going to show you. Anchor is right here in the home menu. Anchor, anchor. Look where my mouse is. Anchor. You didn't select, don't select the spawn location, select your block. And you should be able to click anchor because it should be highlighted. The only way that is not highlighted is if you didn't select anything. Only select your block and click on anchor. We're going to duplicate a spawn location. So the way you can do that is holding down Control D duplicates a spawn location. And if I use my move tool, I can move my spawn location over to the other side right here and place it right here in between the platform. So everybody go ahead and duplicate a spawn location and put it to the other side of your block, like this. And for anybody else who's still wondering how to do a duplicate spawn location, watch again. You select your spawn location using the select tool and do not double click it. You hold down Control D, or you can do the same thing that we did with the right select the right button for your mouse. Right click it on spawn location and select duplicate. Once you have done that, select the move tool and move it to the other side. And that's how you do a duplicate of your spawn location. All right, so for everybody, you're probably wondering what will happen if we have two spawn locations. You're going to play the game first. Let's play the game, see what happens. Now, as you can see, I'm on my original spawn location, but I'm going to keep playing it to see if I can go to my second spawn location. And as you can see, no matter where I stand, it's still going to show to where my originals is still going to show which actually it still looks the same if you no matter how you rotate your camera. So here's what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we are going to start changing colors. Now there is a way you can change color by just selecting any type of color from our color panel. So here's what's going to happen. Select one of your spawn locations. And if you select it using the select tool, just use the select tool, only click it once. You can go here into your edit menu, and there you see, let's see color right here, color. Right here is the word color and the down arrow. Click not here, not in this gray box, click right here. It's going to bring up different colors. So you can select any type of color that you want, and it allows you to change that color for your object that you have selected. So I'm gonna play my game again and see if I either stand on this spawn location or this spawn location. I'm gonna try multiple times. So I'm on my gray one. And now I'm on my red spawn location. So that means that if you have two spawn locations, there is a 50-50 chance of you either landing on either one of these spawn locations. There's a 50-50 chance. It doesn't matter how many times you play the game. If you still land on the gray area, that's fine. But you're going to have a chance. There's a 50-50 possibility that you land on either one of these spawn locations.